Hello everyone, welcome to my Tuttle Up Stamping Room. This is Judy Tuttle from Midland, Texas. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm excited to show you 3 simple but beautiful cards made with the Sweetly Scripted online exclusive stamp set. I will get to that in just a minute. Give me just a minute to make sure that we are all set up here on my computer and that I can see you in your comments. If you come on, will you please let me know that you're here? There I am. So it looks like I'm good to go. Hi, happy Eclipse Day. It's an exciting day in the United States. We are not in the path in Midland, Texas of totality of the eclipse, but we are at about 94%, so that's not bad. So after my Facebook Live, I'm going to meet Jim and my daughter and son-in-law and some other friends up in our church lawn, and we're going to watch the eclipse together from there. So that sounds really exciting. Tell me where you're from and if you're going to be able to see the eclipse today. They said this morning on the news, its largest path across the United States, I think, that it's ever made. So that's pretty exciting for a lot of us. I think it said more people will be able to see total eclipse than have ever seen it before. I think that's what they said. So I'm not sure about the acreage, but more people for sure, population-wise, will be able to see it. So that's exciting. Hi, Kim. Yeah, not quite as great as it was in Lincoln in 2017. We had a totality in Lincoln in 2017, and that was pretty exciting. So I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding today for sure. Okay, I'm going to take my camera. Keep coming on, letting me know you're here. I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to move it down and around so that you guys can see my hands here, so I can talk about all of this exciting stuff that's in front of me here. Maybe pull it down just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, friends. Lots of exciting things going on. I'm going to move this up and over a little bit. There we go. Okay. So first of all, Kathy Maddox, you were the winner of our cards from last week. These are the cards that I made using the softly stippled stamp set of dies. They were so pretty. I really loved these cards. Here was the second one. And Kathy won the cards by making a comment or 2 or 3 on my last Facebook Live. And I always choose a name from the people who make comments, and I send them the cards that I make in their Facebook Live. So, oh, you're snowing in Gillette today. Oh my gosh. Hi, Renee. How are you? So, Kathy, you are the winner. I know I have your address, so I will get those out to you in the next day or so. All right? Okay, so things you should know. First thing you should know is I'm having an adhesive stock up sale right now. The prices on our adhesives are going up, and I am giving you a sale right now so you can stock up. Thanks for sticking with me in the past year. So here's what the deal is. If you buy 1 to 5 adhesives, you get 5% off, 6 to 10 10% off, 11 to 15, 15% off. Buy more than 15, you get 20% off. Standard shipping and taxes are applied to the total, and you will not pay for it until I get back to you on what your total is from the order that you place. So you're just telling me what you want. I total it all up for you. I give you your discount. I add in shipping and tax, and I tell you what you owe me. And you can send me a check. You can pay me via PayPal or Venmo me. Any of those would work, okay? So don't pay anything until I get back to you on the total. All right, super big event that's coming up for me on April 27th. That is a week and 6 days away. April 27th is a big Super Saturday event. It is 3 classes in one day, okay? You can come in person here in Midland, Texas. I'm having this at the Golf Course Road Church on Saturday, April 27th from 9 to 6. And you can come in person or you can get the box to go. The price for each class is $36.50. If you're coming in person, that price includes breakfast and lunch. If you're taking it to go, it pays for your shipping. So it's all included, okay? We are doing 3 different suites, okay? The first one, and I'm just going to very quickly show you the cards that we're going to be making. The first class was designed by my downline, Jenny Tremblay, and we are including the stamp set in the $36.50 price, and you will make 4 beautiful cards. What I love about the Comforting Thoughts stamp set is it has everything to do with taking care of people who are sick or need comfort or in the hospital or in a care home or whatever. Just great sentiments for that. And Jenny created 4 beautiful cards that you will make if you buy this class, okay? Now, you don't have to do all 3 classes. You can only pick 1 or 2 if you want, but your best deal is going to choose all 3. So for that class, the Comforting Thoughts stamp set is included in the price of the class, okay? The second class is Filled with Fun. It's this fun wagon class with presents and banners and flowers. I'm going to quickly show you the 4 cards I designed. So if you take this class, you get the kit to make the 4 cards. You get a half a pack of the designer series paper, which is lighter than air, and you get a roll of the linen thread, okay? If you don't have the Filled with Fun stamp set and dies, you're going to need those to complete the cards if you're taking it to go. If you're coming in person, I will provide that for you. Okay, so here's the first one, Celebrating Someone Special. Cute little fun fold. Here's the second, You Make My Heart Bloom. I love this wagon, super cute. Here's another one. I think this is a great baby card, Celebrating Someone Special. It's a fun fold with lots of great details on that one. And then this one is Sending Loads of Happiness, and I just used the flowers in that on the inside and the outside. So that is class number 2. Class number 3 is the Latte Love class. With this one, you get a half a pack of the Latte Love Designer Series paper, a whole roll of pecan ribbon, and a whole package of embellishments, okay? You also get embellishments with the Filled with Fun class 2. I forgot to tell you that. So here are the great cards that Diane Alberts, my friend Diane, designed. I think she did a fabulous job. Fun things on the inside. You're the best part of my day. Another fun inside. And then this one is actually a gift card holder. The gift card slides right inside right there. So 4 great class, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 3 great classes in this Retreat in a Box or in-person event. I will put the link in the description after I'm done with this video if you're interested in checking out the online exclusive Super Saturday event. If you're coming to go, you should also know that we are setting up a Facebook page where we will videotape ourselves making all of these cards. So not only do you get a full color PDF and all of the product, you also will get a video tutorial on how to make all of the cards as well. Okay? All right. So next, lots of stuff going on. These 2 catalogs are almost over. They end at the end of April. And the last chance list came out a couple weeks ago, but tomorrow the sale prices go in effect, okay? So if you're interested in getting any of the retiring things at a discounted price, you need to look online tomorrow because the discounted prices will be available tomorrow. Of course, you can always shop at thetuddleupshop.com and use host code URV234VS this week. This is the last week for this host code. So if you use the host code, only use it for orders less than $150. For orders over $150, you should just put in your order without a host code because you will get the most benefits that way. All right? Okay, now our new catalog is going to be this one here. I'm so excited about it. We have some new ink colors coming out as well. Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, and Purple Posy. I don't think that's right. What is the name? Petunia. Petunia Pop. That's the name of it. Petunia Pop. Okay, so these are our new ink colors coming out. Lots of great products. I'm having an ink new catalog class in person or to go. If you're interested in that, I'll put the link to that in the description as well. All right. Enough of all that blabbing, but there's so much going on. I feel like I needed to talk about everything. Okay, so we today are going to be using the Sweetly Scripted stamp set. This is a stamp set that is only available online. It's an online exclusive. And there's so many great things you can use these. Aren't they just beautiful? The scripts in this are just beautiful. Hi, Laura Kemp. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to show you 3 very easy cards that you can make using the Sweetly Scripted stamp set. This is an online card class to go. So if you're interested in getting a kit to make 2 each of the 3 cards that I make today, you will need your own stamp set, okay? But you must place a $35 order or more in my online store using this host code right here. Hi, Dana. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Dana. 2 Danas in a row there. So Dana Windling and Dana Cherry. Thanks for joining me. So I think you guys are going to love these cards because they are super easy and yet fun. And you're going to be able to make a bunch of these in no time at all. Okay, so let me think of where to put this little bin of stuff right here. Okay, so the first card we're going to make, we are going to use a 5.5 by 8.5 piece. Oh, I got it bent a little bit, but that'll be okay. My paper bent went in my bin, so, okay. Of thick, basic white cardstock, okay, thick, basic white, and then I scored it at 4 1/4 right there. Maybe I'll flip that over, and then we won't see it, and it won't guide me as much. Now, someone asked me, Melissa Valenti, I think that's how you say your name. I sent her a toolkit, and she's like, I don't really know why the bone folders work. So what a bone folder does is it helps you get a really crisp fold on your score lines, okay? So it doesn't hump or want to flap open, okay? Look, this is all we need for this card right here. Isn't that fun? You need a piece of designer series paper cut 3 by 4, and you can use any designer series paper you want. I'm using the Daisy, Fresh as a Daisy paper. And everything I'm using today, you guys, I am using because they are available in the online store. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't using anything that was sold out or close to selling out, okay? So Fresh as a Daisy, this is the designer series paper I chose to use. And then you need a piece of coordinating cardstock that is cut 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, okay? I'm using Lemon Lolly here. And what I'm going to do with both of these panels right here is I'm going to grab my paper cutter, trimmer, score thing over here. And I'm going to take this 3 by 4 piece of designer series paper and I'm going to put it on my paper cutter at a diagonal like this. Okay, so I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. There we go. So now I have those 2 pieces right here. And I'm going to do the same thing with my cardstock in Lemon Lolly. I'm going to put the points on the diagonal in the canal, so the points are in the canal, so that when I cut it, it will cut it from corner to corner. All right? This first card is so easy. You guys are going to be like, that was way easy, but it's super fun. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this designer series paper right onto those corners that I just cut in my cardstock. Now, I highly recommend that when you do this, I'm going to put that up here just a bit, that you use a liquid glue, because if you use Seal or Seal Plus, the moment you set this designer series paper down, you're not going to be able to move it and get those edges really straight, okay? So I highly recommend that you use liquid glue on your designer series paper. There we go. Don't need to overdo it. That's what most people do wrong with liquid glue, is they try to put too much on. And then I'm just going to lay this right here on this triangle and use my bone folder to just press that down really well. And you know what would be smart, and I have it right here next to me, is to use a silicone mat, because if you get glue off the edges, it won't stick to your glass plate that way, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And you guys, I'm thinking of adding another day of Facebook Lives on Thursday and doing techniques and tips. Let me know if you think that would be interesting to you. I've got a lot of new stampers in my life, and they're always asking me questions that are pretty basic questions, but important ones. So I think I'm going to add another day on Thursdays where I just go over basic tips and tricks and techniques, things that people might not know about. So thanks, Laura. I'm glad you think that would be cool. I'm kind of excited about it as well. Now, I'm bringing in my basic white base that I just cut, and I'm going to add these triangles to opposite corners. Okay. I'm going to put one right up here, and you just want the top edge and the side edge here to be about the same width. So I've got that one right there, and then I'm going to take my other one. This is called a split triangle card. Super easy. Okay, and this one is going to go right there. Okay, about the same width as at the top and the side. Might want to move that over just a tiny bit. All right, there we go. Now, the cool thing about this sweetly scripted stamp set is that the sentiments are very long and lean, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp right inside here. And I decided to make this one a million thanks, a thank you card. And the best block for this one is the I block. Now, I'm going to tell you, I think this block is getting ready to retire. So if you want it, you should grab it. Okay, now what I like to do when I have really long sentiments like this, kind of use my grid on my glass mat to line it up, and then just pick it up with my clear mat there. Now for this one, I am using Garden Green ink. I know, right? Oh, good, Dana. Yes, yes. Thanks, Jan. How are you? It's good to have you here today. So I'm using the A Million Thanks sentiment from the Sweetly Scripted stamp set. And I'm going to take this on the diagonal. Let's see if I can do this straight here under the camera. And I'm just going to stamp that right in that white space in between, right like that. Isn't that pretty? And then I decided to use the 4-color clear glimmer dots. And this color right here is that lemon lolly color. I could have used the green as well, but I think I'm going to use the lemon lolly. And I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to scatter these on around where it says "A Million Thanks." And I like to use 5. I like to use odd numbers. Maybe I'll put that big one down there. You could use both colors, actually, of the dots. You could use green and yellow. I just really focused on the yellow. There we go. And that's all there is to card number 1. Isn't that super fun? Think of how many of these cards you could make in a jiffy, right? If you needed a whole bunch of thank you cards, if you had an event in your life where a lot of people brought you flowers, like a funeral, or you were sick and you have a lot of reasons to thank people, those would be super fast and easy thank you cards to get out in the mail. Do you guys like that? Super simple, right? Okay, so that's card number 1. Now, card number 2, I decided to bring back, I have not used this paper near enough. This is that lavender paper, perennial lavender paper. And we're going to make this card next, okay? So again, super fast and easy. I think you're going to love this one. I started out with, let me clean my Million Thanks off and get my anniversary attached here real quick before we get started. But this is a piece of crumb cake that is cut 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored down the middle at 5 1/2. I'm getting that stamp set back. Finding my happy anniversary, which is up here. I'm going to just switch that out here in a second. Okay. And again, super fast and easy. So maybe I'll go ahead and do the inside. There's the sticky note for that. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my inside real quick. I've got a 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white and a 3/4 inch by 4 inch piece of that lavender paper. Now, I just picked one that I thought was very colorful for the inside. You could choose any banner to put on the bottom edge, but you guys know me. I like to bring the outside to the inside, so I'm going to, that would even be pretty as well, but I'm going to use the colorful one. And I'm going to just adhere this right here to this bottom edge. Here we go. And now that's going to go on the inside of my card here. And I need to trim a little bit off this edge right here. It's a little tiny bit long. So I'm going to a 5-day stamping retreat this week. I leave on Wednesday. We'll get home on Sunday. Another demonstrator here in Midland is putting it on. We're going to stay in a cabin by a lake. I'm sure it's going to be a great time. I'm excited to spend it. One of my downline, Jenny from Lincoln, is coming to go with me, and we are excited to have a good time together. All right, so there's the inside of the card, okay? The outside, I'm going to pull that off, begins with a piece of gorgeous grape that I've cut 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to my card base. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm sure we won't get near as much sleep as we hope. Jenny and I both value our sleep, so we're hoping we can get sleep while we're there. And then I cut another piece of that lavender, perennial lavender paper. And I'm so glad this is staying with us for another year. I love this paper. 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm using, it's always so sad when you have papers that are beautiful on both sides to have to cover one up, but we're covering this one up, and we're using that check, that gingham check. There we go. All right. Then I cut a coordinating piece of the designer series paper, 2 3/4 by 4. 2 3/4 by 4. Okay. I'm going to adhere this to the middle of this panel. All those colors are just going to look so pretty together. Isn't that lovely? This is a lovely card. All right, there we go. Now, I got lucky and I opened my perennial lavender stamp set and I saw, look, I already had a bunch of these sprigs cut from another card I'd done. That is Highland Heather. This one is Bubblegum. I said bubblegum. Bubble Bath. I always say bubblegum. And this one is Gorgeous Grape. And then I even had a little sprig here of that Lost Lagoon greenery. So I might use that one on this card. But what these dies came from is this die right here that is part of this perennial painted lavender stamp set. It's these long skinny pieces that are right here. Okay, so luckily I had some in there already. So I'm going to put that away, and I cut them out of Gorgeous Grape, Bubble Bath. Actually, I think that's Fresh Freesia, now that I think about it. And then this is Highland Heather, okay? So I'm just taking each one of these little sprigs, and I'm going to attach them right here off to this right side, okay? Here's another. I know, won't that be fun, Jan? I'm excited. I never really had events of other people when I lived in Lincoln that I could go to. I don't know, people were way more protective over their businesses, I think, there. So I think it's a great opportunity too. I love stamping with other stampers. It's so fun to go to events that you don't have to plan everything for, right? And just have fun. So yeah, I'm excited about that. There we go, right there. And then I'm just going to add this little sprig on this one. I didn't add it to my other one because I only had one, but it'll be a fun addition, I think. All right, like that, okay? There we go. All right, now I have a piece of basic white that's cut 7/8 by 4, 7/8 by 4, and I'm going to grab my, I have some baker's twine in here somewhere. Just used it a minute ago. Let's see if I can dig it out here. Found it. Okay. I'm going to wrap this around 3 fingers several times here. Get that off. And then twist it a little bit. And this is going to give me a little kind of fake bow that's going to go right here in the corner with my lavender. I'm going to grab my Seal Plus. I'm going to put some Seal Plus right there. And I'm this fake bow right there to that spot where the Seal Plus is, okay? What would be even better than that would be a little tear-in tape. Let me grab that. Here we go. I have a bunch of stuff already packed over here for the week-long retreat that I'm going to, and I've been having to pull things out of it for my Facebook Live today. So there we go. It's going to go right like that. Okay, then I'm going to grab this piece of basic white, and I'm going to grab my Happy Anniversary stamp, and I am using, oh, this says Speedy Recovery. You know what? It can say Speedy Recovery, can it? It doesn't have to be. This would be a beautiful Get Well card. And I'm going to use my Gorgeous Grape stamp set. Can't wait for you to see my last card because I think it's super fun. A new design. Speedy Recovery right there. Let me grab my chamois and clean off the mat real quick. Lovely Get Well card. So that's the cool thing. Like, you could do birthday on this. You could do a million things. Any of the sentiments that are in the Sweetly Scripted stamp set would work on this card or any of the cards that I made today. They're all sentiments that are interchangeable with what I'm making, okay? So Speedy Recovery, and then I'm going to just place this right here on top of that ribbon. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals and put one on this end. Is that the, yes, that's the recovery end. And then several on this side over here. Sorry, I'm off camera. Let me move that up a little bit there. There we go. Okay, so I put one on this end and then several on this other. Isn't it lovely? Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me today. This paper is just so beautiful. I was telling them earlier that I'm just so happy that it's carrying over into the new catalog and that it's not going away because I have not had near enough time to play with it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so this one you see I made into an anniversary card, but you could make it into any kind of card you wanted. Then I'm taking these beautiful gems that were part of that perennial lavender suite, and I am going to pull some off and pop them up on my card front. I don't know why. Here they are right here. I struggle so much with keeping, and we could use any colors we wanted. For this one, I used the medium shade, but how about for this one, we use this more berry shade here, just to show you it doesn't really matter. As long as it's a color that coordinates with the designer series paper, it is good to go. There we go. And then I'm going to take another. You could even mix and match them if you wanted to. There we go. So that is card number 2. Isn't that super pretty and so simple, you guys? So simple. All right, so let me put these away. That is card number 2. I'll bring all 3 of them back out at the end here. Okay, so my last card I'm super excited about. I think you guys are going to love it. And I've got all the measurements ready for you here. Okay, we're going to use the Night of Navy stamp set. We're going to use the Whimsy dies, the Whimsy dies, and I'll show you what that does in just a minute. We are going to use some silver thread and some iridescent gems. These are going away, you guys, these iridescent gems, and I'm so sad about it because I love, love, love them. So I might have stocked up on those a little bit. And the bow punch. Okay, we're going to use all of these things on this one. Now, the bow punch is currently on back order, but it is coming back. So if you don't have it already, it will be coming back very soon. Okay, so let me pull out my pieces here. I never know if you guys want me to see the card before I do it, or if you want to wait and see how it turns out. Maybe you can tell me that in the comments, and then I'll know which way you prefer to see it. Some people want to be surprised, and you know, some people want to know what they're making ahead of time. So what we're starting with here is a card base that is cut 5.5 by 8. It says 8 1/4. That is not right. It is 8.5, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Then for the inside, I have a piece of basic white cardstock, and then I've cut a whole bunch of strips that are 1/2 inch by 3 inches of assorted Countryside in Designer Series paper. This is another one that is going to stay with us next year, so that's fun too. I love this paper. So what I'm going to do, and this is going to seem odd without seeing what the front of the card looks like, but I'm going to take these strips and I'm just adding a little bit of liquid glue to the bottom. And instead of doing one long strip across the bottom, I'm just going to kind of catty corner this one. I'm going to grab another one. Kind of go like this, zigzag it a little bit. And then a third one. Which one do I want to use? You can use any of these patterns. Maybe this one right here. And it's going to go over here. So 1/2 inch by 3 inch strips is what I'm using here to put these panels here at the bottom. So it's going to look just like that. Kind of fun and different, right? And it'll come together when you see the outside of the card, okay? So maybe you guys take a vote. Tell me, would you like to see the card I'm making ahead of the time that I make it, or do you like to be surprised at the outcome? It makes no difference to me either way. You're more likely to watch the whole time if you don't know what it is, or watch it the whole time if you know what I'm making and you know you're going to love it. So, all right, here we go. So that's going to be the inside of the card, okay? Fun and a little bit different. Now, for the outside of the card, I'm going to take a piece of basic white that is cut 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. I'm taking this second largest stitched Whimsy die right here. Now these are going away. These are retiring. So if you think you want them after you see my video today, you might want to go into my online store and get those. I'm going to just place that on top of that basic white, and I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine that is sitting right here next to me off camera. There we go. And see, it just puts these fun little stitches around the outer edge of that. Hope you guys can see it. My camera's showing that things are pixelating a little bit. I hope that's not happening to you. All right. So I'm going to place this right on my card front right here. And I think I can use Seal Plus on this, because I think I can center this pretty well here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put those dies away for now, and this away for now. And then I have cut an assortment of that Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, 1 inch by 3 3/4 inch, okay? 1 inch by 3 3/4 of an inch, okay? And just different patterns, okay? Got that one, got this one. I can use the back side of that if I wanted to, the stripe. I can use the back side of this one if I wanted to. So just several different Designer Series paper, and they're all cut 1 inch by 2 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of these, and I'm just placing these kind of willy-nilly here, willy-nilly on the front of my card inside those stitched shapes. Kind of going back and forth, kind of diagonally, not worrying too much about straightness. Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't seeing your comments, so they're just now popping up again for me here. So, okay, so then this piece here is my 4th piece, and it's gonna go, maybe I'll turn it, that looks better, turned around like that. Okay, it's gonna go right there, okay? So there are 4 little panels of Designer Series paper right there. Now, I'm going to grab my bow punch right here, and I have some scraps of paper that are not right here right this second, but I can grab what I used. I had some Balmy Blue and some boho blue. And I'm going to punch a couple of bows out of this that are going to go on the front of my card. Okay, so Balmy Blue, that's not Balmy Blue, that's Cool Party. Let's get Balmy Blue here. Okay, so Balmy Blue and Boho Blue is what I'm using. And I'm taking my bow punch. I'm just going to punch one of the Balmy Blue and one of the Boho Blue. There we go. That's actually one more bow than what I need. But we are going to make it work. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'm just going to add a bow right there, and maybe I'll go back to my liquid glue on this. Hi from McKinney. Hi, Connie. Thanks for joining me. I hope you love what I'm making today. There we go. I'm just adding a little liquid glue to the back of that. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to add a little liquid glue to this one on those petals right there. And it's going to go right here. Got a little too much glue on that petal there. We'll just wipe that off. And then I'm going to choose this little boho blueberry piece from that punch. And it's going to go right here on top of that. All right. Now I'm going to do exactly what I did with my white baker's twine, but I'm going to use this. Where's the end here? It's hiding on me. This is called Elegant Trim, and it comes in a 2-pack of silver and gold, and I'm pretty sure it is going to be retiring as well. I use this all the time. You guys know, if you have been watching me at all, I do use it a lot. So again, sad it's going away, but every time I'm sad something's going away, they always replace it with something super great. So I'm sure they will not leave us high and dry. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to twist it, grab a piece of tear-in tape, oh my goodness gracious. All right, stick with me here. Oh, here it is, right here next to me. Are you guys screaming? It's right next to you there, Judy. So I'm taking a piece of tear-in tape and I'm going to put my elegant bow trim right here, the bottom of those bows. And I'm going to hold it down with a small piece of tear-in tape right here. Right like that. I'm going to twist it up a little bit, okay? All right, then the last thing, we're very close to being done, is I have a 3/4 inch by 5 inch piece of basic white. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And this time, I am going to use congratulations. Or maybe happy birthday. Let's do happy birthday. I did congratulations on the last card. But again, you can use any sentiment you want because this works for all of these cards that we're making today. Clean off my speedy recovery. Add my happy birthday. Let me line this up straight on my glass mat. But it doesn't help to line it up straight and then put it on crooked, right? Okay, so happy birthday right there. I'm going to grab my Night of Navy ink pad here, and I'm going to stamp happy birthday right inside that 3/4 inch panel right there. Isn't that so pretty? The font is beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to have this going a little bit catty corner here across the front of my card. Do you guys like that? I like it. I like it. Okay, so let me decide where I want my dimensionals here. And after I put on this sentiment, I'm going to scatter some of those iridescent gems across the card, and we will have a beautiful completed card. Super simple again. I specifically wanted to keep it simple just so you could see that cards don't have to take a lot of time to be beautiful. Like, who wouldn't want that card right there for their birthday? So, so pretty, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to take my iridescent gems. If you guys would like a chance to get these cards in the mail next week, I always choose a name of people who comment on my post. Give me encouragement and love to receive my cards, one set of my cards that I made on my Facebook Live. So I would love to have you share your feelings and thoughts with me. And I don't know if anybody commented on whether or not you would like me to see, you'd like to see the cards ahead of time or not. But I would love to hear your thoughts on that. There we go. Scatter some of those bling. Do you guys like that one? It's a little different, isn't it? And I definitely, what I did inside is different than what I've ever done before. So show me some love if you're happy with the cards that I made this week. Again, purposefully simple and sweet. So here's, again, congratulations birthday, right? You could use either sentiment on it you wanted. That was card number 3. Here was card number 2 with the perennial lavender. This one says speedy recovery. This one said happy anniversary. And then this one I made with the daisy, fresh as a daisy paper. It is going away. And I said a million thanks on this one. 3 easy, fast and easy cards for you today for my online card class to go. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me finish moving my camera back up and around for us so that I can say my goodbyes. Thank you so much for watching me today. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking the time to stick with me, and I will be back next Monday at noon for another online card class to go, and we will be very close to the new catalog launching at that point, so that'll be a fun one. So God bless everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.